Hello again, my subscribers viewers. Welcome back to my channel.
La da da, la da da, la la la.
Interesting.
No. No.
Be quick about it.
Oh yeah, I was already here.
I love the
You're
smell
going to
of
have the
meat.
men around here wrapped around your finger in
Our youth,
Go away.
today's come and gone. The age of aggression is just about done. We'll drive out the storm cloaks and restore what we own. Our blood and our steel we will take back our home.
I don't have any salt.
Down with Ulfric, the killer of kings.
This makes no
On the day
sense.
of
a strong drink will chase off that chill in the ass.
Children of Skyrim, and we fight all
It's
our
like it's
lives.
glitching or
Welcome to
something.
Dead Man's Creek.
God beckons, every one of us dies.
There you are.
I escaped fighting in Syria. Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry.
Towers, and we'll see it white green. The scourge that has sullied our hopes and
You hear any juicy gossip in town? Be sure to share it with me. Well, I wouldn't complain if we could string together. Here, take a look at this. Here, take a look at this. Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter. Folks have gone missing the past few weeks. Word now's that our hunters are gone too. Say, if you're traveling, could you keep an eye out for them? Valder and his men, I think they were after bear up north. I'll be right here if you need anything else.
What do you need? I'm sworn to carry your burdens. Oh, wait, I'm not. Is that everything?
This is an ode to Skyrim's
You're going to have the men around here wrapped around your finger in no time.
to our youth. Today's come and gone. The age of aggression is
A
just
strong drink will
about
chase
done.
off that chill in the air.
We'll drive out the storm cloaks and restore what we own. With our blood and our steel, we will take back our home. Down with oath. The killer
Huh?
of kings. On the day of your death, we will drink and we'll sing. Children of Skyrim, and we fight all our lives. The Southern Guard beckons, every one of us dies. But this land is ours, and we'll see it wiped clean of the scourge that has sown
Yes.
our hopes and our dreams.
Yes.
Sophia, where the fuck are you?
I'm all ears. How about you take me instead? Damn it. That came out wrong. I'm glad that's sorted.
What? Be quick about it. Be quick about it.
You're going to have the men around here wrapped around your finger in no time.
This is an ode to Skyrim's staunch protectors, the Imperials. We drink to our youth, today's come and gone. The age of aggression is just about done. We'll drive out the storm cloaks and restore what we own. With our blood and our steel, we will take back our home.
I'm all ears. Okay, but if I hurt my back, you'll be carrying me.
Kings, the day of your death, we will drink and wince.
Potatoes.
Okay then.
Yes?
Yes? Need something? Yes?
Then we fight.
Yes, Waterloo. Right. Hello.
Did you see a hound on the road? Fine, strong creature that... There's one out on the road. I can't afford to chase him down, but I could use a fierce, loyal beast. If you are willing to retrieve him for me, I'd give you some fresh meat to attract him out on the road. Oh, smart demand something up front. Some gold now, and some when I have my dog. Here's the meat.
Oh, hello there. What can I do for you? Blades, gauntlets, I can forge anything you need. I'm Lord's apprentice, although I've been his for less than a season. Before that, I was with Adriana Venici in Whiterun, and before that, Berend in Solitude. I'm on a sort of pilgrimage. When I'm finished, my family expects me to return to Cyrodiil and take over the forge. My name's Isabel, by the way. Pleased to meet you. It depends. I've been taught that emotions are a powerful part of smithing. When I craft a shield, I think of the soldier's child praying for a safe return. For a sword, I envision a man getting revenge for a brother's death. When I imagine a soldier marching after battle, or a hero vanquishing a great evil, that's when my hammer feels most inspired. Just to know that I was a part of that it was my steel, it just takes your breath away thinking about it. Not just any family. Ever heard of the Starblood Forge? My family has been the caretaker of it for centuries. It was made not long after the Oblivion Crisis, and next to the Eld Memorial and the Hero statue, it's one of the most iconic landmarks in Kvatch. They say it was built atop a well of Daedric blood, and it's in that well that the weapons are cooled. Some even say that the forge itself is haunted, specifically with the soul of one of my ancestors. Legend has it that when the Daedra invaded, she refused to leave her shop, smithing weapons for the townsfolk until the last man had fallen. That's why only those who share her blood can use the forge, and tradition that the firstborn daughter would be the one to inherit it. That would be me. It's an honor, I suppose. I probably shouldn't have used the word haunted. It's not like that at all. She's more of a guardian spirit. When it comes time for me to inherit the forge, there's a ritual. A test, actually. Like my mother before me, and my grandmother before her, I must craft an object that best represents my ideals and spirit. If the object is deemed worthy, it will earn its place in the Underforge, alongside the blades, shields, and hammers of my ancestors. That's sort of what this pilgrimage is about. I'm here not just to learn from the masters, but to learn about myself. At least, that's what I told my mother. The truth is, I chose Skyrim because of the war, and the chance to forge for true warriors. I know. Some people think it's the pressure, or the burden of carrying on the family name. But the truth is, it's the clients. It's not like the Skyforge here. If I took over the family business, I would be crafting swords for nobles. They would be decorative art pieces, locked away in display cases, or mounted over their beds. I would be an artist more than a blacksmith. There'd be no blood on my blades, no chinks in my armor. That's not what I want. I want to craft weapons for heroes. I want to forge weapons that will slay tyrants and craft armor that repels dragon fire. I wouldn't go that far. I've met some pretty smart mud crabs, but none were as sharp as you. The responsibility of the forge would likely go to the next daughter in line, my sister Felicia. A fine choice. She has always been the more creative smith. Diamond-encrusted pommels, hilts that shimmered like drake scales. Everything she made was beautiful. And it wouldn't matter that the blades couldn't cut warm butter. Nobody would ever use them for battle. You know your history. Fact is, they took a lot of cities, Kvatch included. But my mother says they never would have held it. They hear her tell it, we would have taken Kvatch back, if not for the Concordant. And her blades would have killed a whole lot of Talmor. Still, the treaty did give us our home back. And if there's one thing the people of Kvatch know, it's how to rebuild. Alright. It's alright. Although we've gotten a lot less visitors after the dragon attacked Helgen. That's what I enjoyed most. Meeting all the travellers who crossed the border from Cyrodiil and sharing stories of home. But now you're here, and I can tell just by looking at your hands that you've got stories to tell. You don't say. And by the looks of it, you managed to keep your wits about you. Impressive. I probably would have been staring at it. No, not just staring. I'd be completely awestruck. I mean, a dragon. A fairy tale come to life. That's what I'd be thinking right before it turned me to roast. Which is why you're an adventurer and I'm a blacksmith. Blades, gauntlets, I can forge anything you need.
Alright then. Let's see. Sells all kinds of shit. I expected a bit more.
I noticed your horse seemed to favour one foot. You should let me make him some proper shoes. Keep him from getting injured on these cobbled roads.
Is it me, or are the priests in Skyrim all perverts? I said I had injured my leg, and one of them told me to remove my clothes, so he could use his healing hands. Needless to say, he needed a bit of healing himself after that. Okay, but don't push your luck. All right then.
The Dead Man's Drink is run by Valga, the toughest Imperial in Skyrim. It's the only place off limits for me when it comes to looting.
Hey, you mix potions, right? Can you brew me an ale?
No.
I don't like it here. There's too many bugs.
You're going to have the men around here. Depends. Are you thirsty? Hungry? Both?
Ah.
Aye.
Great. Welcome to Dead Man's Drink.
Well met.
I escaped fighting in Cyrodiil, only to... Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Wait. You hear any juicy gossip in town? Be sure to share it with me. Be careful. Let me know if there's anything else you...
Could sure use a warm bed right about now. I heard that Helgen was attacked by a dragon. Can you believe that? There's no way that can be true. Really? That's crazy. Wait, how could you know that? I see. Well, that's great that you made it out alive. Not that I'm judging, but care to explain the whole imprisonment thing? I like to know who I'm traveling with. I'm sure there's more to it than that. You'll have to tell me the story one day. Anyway, we should probably tell someone. You might be the only one to have seen the dragon and live to tell about it. I'm sure the Jarl of Whiterun would want to know about this. Let's head that way. I've always known you were special. Maybe that's what it's been all along. No matter what, it doesn't change who you are on the inside. That's what counts. So whatever comes next, count me in. I'll be right behind you. Anytime. Now come on, adventure awaits, remember? Yeah? What is it? Not exactly. I have good friends in the guild, like Sapphire, but I wanted to keep my independence. I'm not interested in rebuilding a guild or belonging to some club. Oh, and I don't play well with others. What else did you want to talk about? We'll talk later.
You're going to have the men around here wrapped around your finger in no time.
Welcome to Dead Man's Drink.
Be
Hear any
quick
juicy
about it.
gossip in town? Be sure to share it with me.
We'll chase off that chill in
Why does this caravan freak the fuck out?
What?
Do not
Is
understand.
there something I can help you with?
Mom says I'm getting a new mom.
Perhaps
and
I
Dad,
am.
so I'll have two
Mais, you should be. We travel with the Jakajai, Moonstrings. First,
Nari's
this is
funny.
easy.
She tells
But
everyone how
as for
handsome and
the
pretty
Kaj
they are.
kids, I
Mom
never
says she
meet
does it for
Jakajai
tips.
around.
Pack your gear on the carriage. Am I supposed to literally drop my shit on it?
You're someone who can get... I like that.
I don't know. It's breaking the fucking in.
Ooh, that armor must be difficult to polish. The next time you take your armor off and find it a bit hard, I could help give it a quick rub for you. Oh no, that didn't come out as intended.
Hide and fur armor can help camouflage you in the forest, but a true warrior takes his foe head on.
To our youth, today's come and gone. The age of aggression is just about done. We'll drive out the storm cloaks. Store what we own. Our blood and our steel we will take back on.
Aye, it's been a while since I've come down here. Ever since that Palmer showed up, I get sort of worried that Turnbullen would get into it. But when a new adventurer comes into town, I like to head over to the inn, maybe strike up a conversation. Here I was, trying to come up with the nerve to come and talk to you, and in the meantime you come over to me. So, what's on your mind? Me and Lord? By the 8, no. He's old enough to be my grandfather, I think, and slow enough to be my anvil. That, and he's not my type. I prefer strong leaders, brave warriors, and a sense of humour wouldn't hurt. But Lord's a good man, loyal and kind.
Ew.
So you definitely have a sense of humour. You know, I can tell just by looking at you that you're strong and brave. Which makes 3 out of 3. I'm officially swooning. Well, I got my start in solitude. I wanted to forge arms for all the brave legionnaires fighting in Skyrim. I got off the docks with nothing but a sack over my shoulder. I never told Baron who my family was. I didn't want to colour his perception of me, so I said I was a traveller and asked if he needed an apprentice. He said he already had one. He let me work the forge when it was free. At first he never said a word, but pretty soon he couldn't help but dole out advice. He'd say something like, Those dark wings you call arms can't shape steel. Put your hips into it. I forget how hot the forge is back home. The metal there's a lot easier to shape. But with Baron's help, I learned to smith the Nord way. Eventually, he thought enough of me that I should get a proper master. He sent a letter to Whiterun, and I couldn't contain my excitement. Then I met Adrienne. I recall looking at her modest setup, and with a straight face telling her how impressive the Skyforge was. Aye, Adrienne said as much. She pointed up to that great eagle and said, "Child, if this is the Skyforge, what in oblivion is that thing?" I think that's when the ale spit out of Wilbur's nose. That's right. I was born there after the Great War. A lot of children were, once everyone knew we'd have peace. As you can imagine, it's a city that reveres its heroes, none more so than the hero of Kavach, whose statue stands in the castle courtyard. I remember when the other kids played hide and seek. We used it as a starting point. But I just stayed there the whole time, marveling at it. The hero of Kavach was my idol, but my mother was always quick to remind me that no hero does it alone. That's how I was hooked into the blacksmith trade.
I fucking did.
I wanted to be the next hero's shield. I wanted to be their armor and their sword. I admit, I had a fantasy or two about the hero of Kavach, and part of me used to dream of being the wife of a great hero. That's why I'm in Skyrim, with the war and the talk of dragons. Maybe I'll meet the great legend right here in Falkreath. Maybe that might be you. Alright, now it's my turn. So what's it like being an adventurer? It must be exciting to wander Skyrim, never knowing what tomorrow will bring. That sounds amazing. I can't even begin to imagine the sort of rush that comes with taking on a troll, or a group of angry bandits. But when I craft something, a part of me can be in your hand. Be your sword or your shield, so you never have to go it alone.
If you know what I mean.
Of course. I suppose I sometimes forget how many of you like to work in groups. That's what happens when you grow up with stories about the hero of Kavach, closing oblivion gates and saving the world without a single companion. Which is probably untrue. I'm sure the hero travelled with many a friend, and relied on many more. That's all part of the adventurer's journey. But I don't think my version of history is going to hurt anyone. In any event, it's been fun, but it's getting late. I'm going to get some sleep. Come by the shop in the morning if you need anything.
Right. It's 9 AM, what the fuck? Did I really talk that long? Wow.
Falkreath was once full of wanderers and warriors like yourself.
Try not to judge Falkreath too
Those
harshly,
were
visitor.
better days.
The war has been hard on us.
Some say Skyrim is cold, but a long night work in the forge is enough to warm any man's heart.
Alright, I should probably
I've
stop.
always wanted to travel this hold a little more, especially Lake Ilinalta. Beautiful scenery and plenty of caves to explore.
Alright, well, I'll cut off there and I'll see you next one. Bye.